I wanted was a couple mil. Make the city proud. Put it down for them. Come and tear it down. What are you about? In the ghetto, I'm a Martian. Crash landing. In the dirty apartment. Stay shiny. I'll forever be the hardest. Big time. Like New Orleans. Real shiny. Like Magnolia. City in the ghetto, I'm a soldier. Where they at? Where they at? Money growing on trees. Hanging on phones. Spilling. Code 304. She don't want a 16. Renegade on the make it. Buy a tree. No love. I'm asleep with my Porsche 911. Slide through the section. Gotta show my homies I'm on now. Both souls on the ground. Never sold out. What you know about this? No glitz and glamour. Under my polo pajamas, face getting ran, gotta watch for the cameras. Before you get freaky, can't with no random these sneaky. If police come action, then you never see me. The ghetto will trap you, but I love it. Yeah, I love it. On 65th Street. In the ghetto, I'm a Martian, crash landing. In the dirty apartment, stay shiny. I forever be the hardest, big time. Like New Orleans, real shiny. Like Magnolia. City in the ghetto, I'm a soldier. Where they at? Where they at?
Oh, we need nobody else but God. That's all we need, you understand what I'm saying? Everybody else is sour, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, family, turn your back on you, everything, you know what I'm talking about? But you know one thing, you got a soldier like me, I'm gonna stay solid, baby, to the bone, so you know me. You understand what I'm saying? Off the top. Yeah.
I don't need your flowers, I'm living. First time I seen $1 million, I squinted. Broken me a pack to help me hustle. Came a long way from the project buildings. That's where Granny went when she left Louisiana, trying to dodge Jim Crow. But you can't escape the master stained glass windows. Got my vision from the past, I'm probably finna go to hell.
Just about 8 miles inland from the warm waters of the Atlantic. We are inside Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They run with the Oregon man. It's Bucky Irving. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Right back to Irving. And I don't think he got there with that one. Only needed a yard. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. And now we're looking at 3rd down.
Now the offensive coordinator's got a decision on his hand, Mike. It was 2nd and 1. He decides to go with a conservative run. Gets stopped for no gain. He's in the exact same position now on 3rd down. Does he try to change it up, or does he just turn around and hand it off again?
He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And it looks like he's going to have a 1st down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs. They go play action with Mayfield. And that's going to be picked by Jalen Ramsey. Oh, big hole left side. And he's going to bring this one back. Wow, less than a minute into the game. It's a pick 6 and an early... To start the game thinking you'll score on offense. Instead, they allow the defense to be the first on the board in this one.
So now the question is, Mike, do you allow this to linger the rest of the day? You've dug yourself a pretty big hole here to start, but you've got to pick yourself up and realize this game is far from over, and we now got to get the ball back and establish some early rhythm.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. On first down is Mayfield. He finds Mr. Reliable, Mike Evans. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield. On first and 10, here's Baker. That one incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Bucky Irving. And it'll be second down. From the gun, it's Mayfield. He'll air one out for Palmer. That's hot! And he will score! Trey Palmer. Touchdown, Buccaneers. McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And the Buccaneers will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Now this is going to be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. Now the former Texas A&M Aggie. Here's Devon Achane. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line.
Well, we knew coming into this one, Mike, that we were going to see a lot of this guy, and we knew we'd see a lot of him early. If that first play is any indication of the rest of this game, this defense is going to have their hands full containing him.
Once again, it's Achane. And he is on the chalk, stepping out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. That's a loss of 3 on the play.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
After the loss of 3, it is second and 13. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. This throw right side is caught by Hill. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Set to go now on first and 10. A run out of the gun with Achane. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. They'll run. This is Jerome Ford. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Let's give some love to the big guys up front here, Mike. The offensive line is looking good here early to start the game. A couple nice big explosive runs. Expect them to continue to lean on the big guys up front as the rest of this game unfolds.
Throwing now on first and 10. That's taken in by Achane. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
They'll run with A-Chain. He's down inside the 10. A gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Achan. Trying to bounce that outside. It went a long way for a gain of nothing. Here comes 3rd and 6. Now they'll set up to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. To throw is Mayfield. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Henderson. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
Now, faking the give. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
A 9-yard loss. It's now 2nd and 19 at the 36-yard line.
A touchdown apiece here in the 1st quarter of play. It's the Dolphins with the early lead. And we're back to South Florida after this. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll look to throw. He'll get that into the hands of Tyreek Hill. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 12.
Throwing now from the gun. His throw left side is complete. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down. He'll look to throw. He's got his man right outside. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands.
And he's in! The road for touchdown Miami. It's his third touchdown of the year.
So often these defenses come into the game, Mike, and when they build their pass defense plan, there's tight ends, there's receivers, there's so many weapons that these offenses around the league have at their disposal. It could be easy sometimes to not account for the running back out of the backfield, and that's exactly what happened here. Easy throw, get it to the hands of one of the most dynamic guys on the field, and let them do the rest after the catch, and he takes it in for a touchdown.
The Bucks take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
First and 10. Throwing is Mayfield. That's caught. It's Bucky Irving. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now Mayfield. Now he takes off.
That's just great awareness there, Mike. He's looking downfield. He doesn't see anything, but he is locked in to get that first down. He tucks it, becomes a runner, and gets past the marker.
Mayfield to throw it here on first down. He'll air one out for Palmer. He's got it! And he will go all the way. Craig Palmer. Touchdown, Tampa. His second catch of the game. And both have gone for touchdowns. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
At their own 23-yard line.
Getting the tight end involved in the run game here. You try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front. And they're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. That's taken in left side by Smith. And they will finally get him out of bounds, but not until he's near the 45-yard line. Plenty of room after that catch. Big gainer of 23. On 1st and 10, it's Achane. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now Achane. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line. He'll drop to throw. He's going to keep it himself.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on first down.
Here's 2nd and 2. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. Now a give to Achane, heading right, finding room to the 20. And they will finally haul him down at the Dolphins' 5-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 31 yards.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Here's Achane. That play may have taken a little bit too long to develop. It's no gain. He's back at the 4-yard line. 2 minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. We'll come back to Miami after this. Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. Hill brought in motion. One more time, it's Achane. And he's going the wrong way. Dropped back at the 7. We'll try it one more time, but now a bit closer. It is 2nd and goal. In motion, it's Waddle. They run on the jet sweep. And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line.
I'm thinking, Mike, they might have had a little tendency on him or been tipped off pre-snap, because it seemed to me like that defense was just ready and waiting for the jet sweep. There wasn't a whole lot he could do. He takes the loss.
And that is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Throwing is Baker. A pass pulled in by... Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And this is taken in by the defense.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
On third down, here's Ford. Now the Bucks will take their first timeout. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. Jason Sanders on to try the field goal. This from 34 yards. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Dolphins going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way.
The Bucks take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Mayfield to throw on first and 10. He'll air one out for Palmer. That is hard. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
On first and 10, here's Baker. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Mike Evans. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this one out. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Right away, they'll set up to throw. To the sideline, Waddle grabs it.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
He'll find Smith working across the field. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll look to throw again. He's going to run it. It's a gain of 13, and it's first and goal.
Mike, this is the element to the position that this guy brings that's just so unique across the league. Not only the speed, but his ability to operate in the open field as a runner. It is hard for a defense to plan for a guy like this.
That is caught.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
The ball inches from the goal line. Third and goal. Slot receiver headed right. Throwing here on 3rd and goal. It is brought in the end zone. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown, Dolphins.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. Now let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
Four seconds still to be played in this half as that one's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. On first down is Mayfield. Down the field, it's Evans. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Halftime here on this final weekend of the NFL regular season as we send you up to Orlando for a check-in with Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it's all yours. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. And he'll only get it to the 26-yard line, setting up 2nd and long. Here's a give to Achane. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now this time they'll look to throw. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. 14 on the pickup. Good for a Dolphins first down. On the handoff, this is Achane. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Now they'll set up to throw. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate. Work with your quarterback. Go into scramble second reaction mode, and also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment. And He had no choice but to throw it away.
A pickup there of 13. First down, Miami.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
On second down, H.A. And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped this was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Dolphins will extend their third quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Baker gonna give it to Irving. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Throwing on second down, Mayfield. And this will be incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running back, there is a lot of space open underneath.
And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. From the gun, it's Mayfield. He'll air one out for Palmer. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up second down.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
He was trying to fit that one into Mike Evans. It's second down. Back to the air, it's Mayfield. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. He's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
From the gun on third down, it's Mayfield. The ball comes out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands.
You can see the relief on his face. He gets up and he goes, you know, I got away with one there. I was a little loose with the ball, and fortunately for the ball carrier, he was close enough to the sideline that he gets a friendly bounce. You're not always going to be that lucky. You have to protect the ball at all costs. And
that is caught. What a throw. Trey Palmer. Touchdown, Buccaneers. That is his third touchdown of the afternoon. McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And the Buccaneers have cut the deficit to 5. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play a man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
Open man downfield, Tyreek Hill. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
As he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. Back to throw. To the outside. He's got Waddle. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Dolphins first down. So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the third. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll look to throw yet again. That's to Waddle again. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And he's going to fight forward. Didn't get a whole lot, but it's going to be enough to move the chains. look to throw. And he might have waited just a bit too long there as he throws it incomplete. Looking to set up the screen, but the defense wouldn't give him the time. He'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Now he'll run. And he's going to slide to a stop and avoid the contact. But since he started there, he's still shy of the first down. 3rd and a yard. They'll look to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Good awareness there on 3rd down. He's thinking there's nothing there. Tuck it and head for the sticks. He's able to get the first down himself, avoid any big contact, and the biggest thing is he keeps the drive alive.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. He'll take off again.
The key to a good quarterback scramble, Mike, is knowing when it's time to go from a thrower to a runner, and that's exactly what we saw here. Doesn't get the first down, but he's able to pick up some really positive yards and then get out of bounds.
They'll motion the tight end, Smith. That's caught by 4. And he goes out of bounds at the 3, and from there it's going to be 1st and goal.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
And this one ruined quickly. Take him back to the 5-yard line.
This defense knows the importance of this drive. They have to keep this game at 1 possession. That's a great start there on 1st down.
Here's H.A. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Come on, H.A. Touchdown, Miami. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Baker. This one caught left side by Evans. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey.